We are live again. I'm going to turn the camera so everyone can see this steampunk hat in all its glory. Everyone, Katie back here with Muggle with a Mic, and we're still at the Steampunk Festival, and I'm just going to call you Mr. Davis this whole time because
that's fine.
Mr. Davis was my 6th grade history and English teacher? Yes. I remembered the history because that was my favorite. Yeah.
Good.
So how have things been going today?
Oh, we're delighted. First of all, the weather is absolutely gorgeous, and this is our first adventure, and we wanted to see how it would go, and the people seem to be extremely pleased. The young and the old both love the model trains. They're going through the cars. They like the booths. It's not back to back, shoulder to shoulder, but it's a steady flow, and it has been all day. So we're delighted.
Great.
We're absolutely delighted with the turnout.
Great.
And we're so glad you can be here.
Oh, we're happy to be here. We're learning so much. We learned stuff from Charles Huber. So that was just Phil took a tour.
Oh, okay.
And Charles Dickens.
Charles Dickens
Charles Dickens in person.
Yes, that was
you can't beat that.
Monumental for us.
Ebenezer Scrooge may be around the corner somewhere.
Bah,
you never
humbug.
know. Absolutely.
So why don't you give us some history on how the museum started?
Well, the museum was an active freight station through 1981. The passenger station closed several years before, but the freight station here remained open. And it was finally closed in 1981, and the railroad tracks were pulled out in 1991. CSX condemned the building, closed it in 81. It is our understanding that it went to Raccoon Creek Park, the McIntyre Park Board. They had plans for the building that didn't materialize. They, in turn, passed it on to the city of Gallipolis. In 2016, there were rumors floating that they were going to demolish the building, and we got wind of it. Jim Love, who used to be a telegrapher here when he was in college, got word of it. He got a group of us together, and we wanted to see if we could save the building. The group he got together, we all have an interest and appreciation for the history of trains and railroading. And we had an engineer come in and check the building out to see if it was structurally sound, that it could be remodeled. And the answer was yes. And so in the fall of 2016, we bought this station. Katie, guess how much we had to pay for this?
We heard a rumor. We heard a rumor.
Yes.
$1.
$1. A for you. You were listening. I'm proud of you, sir. Yes.
Man, I didn't get it.
You get it. Darn. We got the station for $1. And we started in really the summer of 2017. We have had 3 state grants from the General Assembly that we have written and been funded for to help restore the station. And we are delighted with the progress, and we're delighted with the local support. Members of the community have come to help us. Some are very anonymous and do not want anything said, and they have been helping us. But we are tickled to death that we've been able to save the building, and it is open as a museum.
Well, I'm going to thank the anonymous people.
Oh, yes.
Because look at what they did. It is beautiful what you've done here.
And we keep a record. And we opened 1 year ago, April 30th, which was last Sunday. And when we closed last Sunday, we had 1,458 visitors from 28 states and 4 countries in Washington, D.C. And for southeastern Ohio, we're tickled to death.
Absolutely.
Tickled to death. And this summer, one of the other grants that we have written, they will start work to restore every car you see in this rail yard. The cars will be put back as the condition that they were in. The grant was for approximately $600,000.
Oh, my word.
To restore all of the cars. We'll have the circus coach. We'll have meeting rooms in it. We'll have rooms where people can have birthday parties, anniversary parties.
That's awesome.
And any day.
Podcast recordings?
Yeah, oh, definitely. With air conditioning, too. And then any day. We've got another 1945 Porter switch engine coming. And we have 23-ton diesel battery-powered switch engine from Tiger Creek coming.
Wow.
And so we always said we wanted to have a museum as well as a rail yard.
Yeah.
And we've been able to accomplish both dreams.
Absolutely.
I mean, the museum is open and people seem pleased, and we're just absolutely delighted.
It's so neat. The tracks may not be here, but this museum is still connecting people.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, it is, absolutely. And one other thing that took place last year that we were delighted with, it was a lengthy process, but we received our notification last spring. We have been approved by the National Park Service, and the station will be included on their building of historical building.
Wow.
On the register
Tremendous.
of historical buildings. And it is the only wooden freight station on the old Hocking Valley line left, so we have been told. There are others brick and stone, but this is the only wooden one left.
That's so neat.
And so it's amazing to see the look on the kids' faces, and some of the older kids too.
Me.
Yes. So we're delighted.
Well, and I just think it's very full circle, Mr. Davis. I just have to say, as a former student, that you taught history, and now you are truly a part of Gallipoli's history here, bringing
Well-
it back to life.
Well, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
yeah.
Well, you know, someone asked me about that at a meeting that I went to.
Yeah.
And I had heard the statement that you should be not only good, but good for something. And I thought, who on earth said that?
Yeah.
And I finally did a real little research. You know, sometimes with the people you associate with, it's hard to be good. But anyhow, I did a little research, and it was Henry David Thoreau. And he said, be not only good, but be good for something. And so I hope, as long as I'm living, I can be good for something. And
Mission
I hope
accomplished.
I can be good for the station.
Yes, you have been, sir. And you're still going.
Well, yes.
I mean, you're like the engine that could. You just
Well, thank
keep
you.
on going.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Davis.
Oh, it's been a delight, and please come back and see us. And I look for you coming back next year, this time broadcasting from the Pullman Circus car.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Great.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.